Hi everyone, it's Desiree, and I am here, yes, with Spellbinders. And again, April, oh my god, and this is the Glimmer Club kit of the month. And this is called Curved Glimmer Border and Sentiments. So this is great, and it's also got some dies in it. So you've got your glimmer plates and you've got your dies so that you can cut this out. For today's project, I chose to do a 4x4 card. You know, we don't always have to use standard cards. But as always, your kit will have a card that gives you inspiration and the dies and plates that are, attached to this. So this is going to be a double layer. So I'm first going to take the sentiment, thank you. I think that's the sentiment that I took. Yes. And that's going to be on the curve. So I'm going to get that to be set in place. I'm going to attach two of my glimmer plates together because they can. So you can see I just have that off shifted because that's the part that I need for my panel. Now again, I'm looking to get my sentiment in place because the curve at the top is going to be on another piece of cardstock. And now I'm sitting here thinking, how do I do this? And how I do that is to first, we need to set the curve on what cardstock that will be sitting on so that we can see that. So now I'm going to take, I use a lot of washi tape. Yes, washi tape is my friend by all means. So right now I have it adhered to the white cardstock. Now what I'm doing is knowing that that's where that needs to sit because I have it stuck to my mat. Now I'm going to pull in the colored cardstock and that's now created my hinge so I can put my foil in place. Now I'm using the rose gold for this. Excuse me. And I'm going to use that for both my curved image and also my sentiment. I'm going to lift up on that hinge just a little bit. I'm going to make sure that it comes down straight. And then I'm going to cut away the rest. I want to try to avoid the ghosting that comes around. Meanwhile, my machine is up there in the upper right-hand corner, and that is heating and getting ready for us to be able to foil on this. Now, I do not recommend doing what I'm doing here. You don't need to, I should have cut it before I put it on there. I'm just saying. So, do what's right. Don't do what I do. But again, have fun. Now I can take that piece and actually put that down for my sentiment. It'll actually fit perfectly right there. And now we don't have waste. But I keep all my scraps. I have a little tiny bowl that I put them in. And I find I use them a lot. So it's kind of cool. So as my machine is heating up, I'm going to place them on there. Again, we always want to make sure that our plates are down onto the hot plate. If we put them the other way, where the cardstock is down, you're going to get an impression of the plate into the cardstock, which is fine. It's a great look. Shown that before. While I'm peeling all of this off, I'm going to reveal the curve, which I think just came out beautifully. I do love the rose gold. I do have a little bit of ghosting. That's fine. I use a white eraser to remove it. I don't like to use the sand eraser. I'm going to set in place the die, the coordinating die that's also part of your monthly Glimmer kit around this scallop, and I'm going to run that through my Spellbinders 6 machine so that I have that scalloped edge. I'm waiting for my sentiment to heat up, and I'm also debating, okay, what can I do with those floral images? So I grabbed my Jane Davenport colored pencils, And I'm going to just do very basic coloring. I'm coloring in the images with the pencils. That's it. No shading, nothing crazy, because I don't want to take away from the foil. And I'm just going into those areas. Now, I do realize that I am pretty far away, and I do zoom in for everyone. So never fear, it's coming soon. So I'm just using the light green for the leaves, and I'm going to come in with a darker green for the different style leaves as well, the smaller leaves. So I'm just going to fill those in, and also the base of the flower bud. I'm using that green. So again, just filling in those areas just to give it a little bit of brightness and a little bit of color. Give it that pop by using, sometimes you can take your colored pencils and even your alcohol markers. There we go. Hello. Just putting one color does wonders. We don't always have to shade, just by putting our own color on there, that can add a lot. It adds dimension because we don't ever get it to be a solid layer unless we really work at it. And honestly, I don't, because I don't want to. Yeah. All right, I thought it was funny. So now we're going to come in with our final colors. Going to fill in the buds. And then I'm going to grab a lighter blue to just fill in the last few flowers. You can see I use small circular motions when I'm coloring this way. And for the most part, I do use small circular motions when it comes to using my colored pencils. I just think I get a better blend when I do that. And there you go. Very simple, nothing fancy. So this piece does not need to be cut. I'm going to remove the foil, and I do have a little bit of ghosting again, and it's no big deal. Again, I use a white eraser to get rid of that. I am going to prop up this panel. This white panel, I do want that to have the dimension, so I'm going to slide it down. I have my fun foam already with my double-sided film tape, and I'm just going to cut along that line that I've just made with a pencil. I'm going to remove the backing. Carefully. Yeah, because I overlapped, and this stuff is just like super duper strong. It's not a forgiving tape, but I absolutely love it. It is my favorite tape, especially if I have a watercolor panel or anything like that. It keeps everything flat. I get it from Uline, actually. It's a warehouse. So we're going to place that down, and we have just a little bit of dimension. I'm going to just trim that top just to make it even. And then I'm going to place this down onto another mat. So that this will stand out. And you can see that's cut 4x4. So it just gives it a little bit of accent. And then I'm going to place this down onto a 4x4 card base. So we're going to pull out some of our gems, and we're going to add some embellishments. And basically to the center of the flowers, just going to add a few of our gems. So we're going to, and what's nice is with this pack, these are the iridescent gems or crystals from Pretty Pink Posh. So I'm going to use those really small ones for the smaller flowers. I am using my wax pencil to pick these gems up and to place them onto my card using my liquid adhesive. actually remembering to clean out the tip first before I put my pin in. And that is our project for today, featuring the Spellbinders Glimmer kit of the month for April. I know, April. Curved Borders and Sentiments. So as always, I do hope you enjoy it. Everything will be linked down below to their blog, their gallery, because you can't get enough inspiration, and also to all the clubs that are available. Now they keep growing that list. If you have any questions, please make sure you leave those down below as well, and I'll make sure I get back to you as soon as I can. Enjoy your day. Make sure you smile. I'm going to keep on telling you that. But remember what's most important for me, and it's always important. Always be creative. Until next time, guys. Take care.